Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we explore the world of classic and upcoming cars that define true automotive beauty. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our deep dives into the rarest rides, timeless legends, and futuristic machines. Today, we're turning the spotlight on a reborn classic that's about to shake up the automotive world once again. We're talking about the 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia Type 14, an icon from the past reimagined for the future. Now, for those who remember the original Karmann Ghia, you already know this car was something special. First introduced in the mid-1950s, it blended Italian design flair with German engineering, creating a car that was more about style than outright speed. It wasn't the fastest car on the road, but it had that soul, that emotional connection, that made it a favorite among collectors and enthusiasts. It was a car that made you feel something. Fast forward to 2026, and Volkswagen has pulled off something incredibly rare in the auto world. They've brought back a legend and actually made it better, without losing what made the original so beloved. The new Karmann Ghia Type 14 is still a two-door coupe, still beautifully sculpted, but now infused with modern touches that make it relevant to today's drivers while honoring its heritage. Let's talk design. The 2026 Karmann Ghia retains the flowing lines and curvaceous body of the original Type 14, but with updated proportions, sleeker aerodynamics, and a refined stance that sits lower and wider. The front end is instantly recognizable with its subtle nods to the past, including those signature rounded fenders and smooth chrome accents. The LED lighting is tastefully integrated, not overdone like in some modern revivals. Around the back, the rear maintains that signature slope design, with minimalist taillights and a subtle integrated spoiler. Every angle has been carefully considered, and the result is a car that feels like a vintage sculpture brought to life with modern precision. Underneath the beauty lies a thoroughly modern powertrain. This isn't just a nostalgia piece, the 2026 Karmann Ghia is fully electric. Volkswagen's MEB platform has been cleverly adapted for this smaller, sportier layout, offering a rear-wheel drive setup with an electric motor that puts out around 220 horsepower. That may not sound like supercar numbers, but trust me, in a lightweight chassis like this, it delivers more than enough punch for some serious fun on twisty roads. And speaking of fun, let's talk about the driving experience. The Karmann Ghia is all about balance, simplicity, and connection. The instant torque from the electric motor makes it quick off the line, while the tuned suspension keeps it planted through corners. There's a purity to the handling that feels analog, despite the digital heart beneath the surface. Volkswagen has managed to retain that old-school feel of driver involvement, without the drawbacks of old-school reliability. Inside the cabin, the 2026 model beautifully bridges retro charm and futuristic minimalism. The dashboard is clean and elegant, with a digital instrument cluster framed by retro-inspired bezels. There's a large center screen for infotainment, but it's tastefully integrated and doesn't dominate the interior. The upholstery features stitched leather with chrome accents, and the steering wheel is a beautiful mix of modern function and vintage form. You sit low, snug in the bolstered seats, and everything around you just feels special. One of the coolest parts about this car is how customizable it is. Buyers can choose from a palette of heritage-inspired colors like seafoam green, sunset orange, and classic ivory, along with matching or contrasting roof options. Wheel designs are also available in both retro and modern styles, so you can really make the car your own. It's the kind of car that invites personalization and encourages a deeper connection. Now, let's talk about practicality. Even though it's a compact two-door coupe, Volkswagen has cleverly packaged the battery to preserve trunk space both in the front and the rear. The driving range is expected to be around 280 to 300 miles on a full charge, making it more than capable for weekend getaways or even daily use. And thanks to fast charging support, you can top it up from 10 to 80% in just about 30 minutes at a high-speed station. Safety and tech features are also up to par. You've got all the modern essentials like adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, emergency braking, and even a semi-autonomous driving mode for highway cruising. But don't worry, none of it gets in the way of actually driving the car and enjoying the road. Pricing hasn't been officially announced yet, but insiders suggest it'll start around $48,000, depending on the trim and options. That's not cheap, but for a car with this kind of history, design, and electric performance, it's honestly a steal compared to what else is on the market. The 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia Type 14 is not just a tribute to a bygone era. It's a bold statement that elegance, emotion, and character still have a place in our electrified future. It's proof that cars can still be art, even in the age of zero emissions and touchscreen everything. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you love timeless design and modern performance wrapped into one unforgettable package, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know which color you'd pick for your dream Karmann Ghia. We'll see you in the next one.